Make sure you check out Strip Down this week.
Wait a minute.
Rapid tornado of questions.
Ricasso!
Coming all the way from the Queen City.
This week, Strip Down goes green.
Ladies
and gentlemen, it's Jiminy.
The last Saskatchewan performance.
It's stripping me down.
All the way from Crake, Saskatchewan. Tommy John.
He's a friend of Arms Up.
That's my cake.
There's the first shot of the night. Keep it going.
Basically, you're saying you're better than
Sit
me.
down and play your instruments.
Jay Semple.
They'll bring the party. All you got to do is show up.
Are we still on the air? You are watching Strip Down, Saskatchewan's only 1-hour local music showcase, the award-winning show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. We are back on location today, ushering in the Christmas season. We're here at the Western Development Museum in front of the gigantic Shaw toy tree. Helping us get in the Christmas season, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Palmer.
I'll be the roses on your grave, the ones that will wash with the rain. I'll be a forgotten faded stain, like a burnt out 30s arcade. But your eyes are full of stars, and your heart's full of skies, and I swear no one's love's been volcanic like ours. Mountains erupt with passionate lust. You're my volcanic love. I'll be the loneliest ghost on the block, the one everyone forgot. I'll be a ticking time bomb clock, with the switch in a heart-shaped box. I'll give you all of my love until our time runs up. But your eyes are bright as stars, and your heart's full of scars, and I swear no one's love's been volcanic like ours. The mountains erupt with passionate lust. You're my volcanic love. You're my volcanic love. Ooh, you're my volcanic
You're watching Strip Down on location from the Western Development Museum. Josh Palmer.
Curtis, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm better now.
Are you?
I usually save all my thank yous for the end of the show for the wrap, but I have to start with thank yous. I meant what I said when I texted you last night at 11:30. I love you. Thank you for saving the show. We have had this episode planned for almost a year now. It was going to be Jay Semple from the Northern Pikes playing in front of the Shaw toy tree in December, a Christmas episode of Strip Down. And less than 48 hours ago, he has some sort of problem with his hand, so he had to bail. I spent a good 12 hours on the phone yesterday talking to all the local Saskatoon singer-songwriters. Who comes through? Josh Palmer. Thank you so much for coming here.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
This wasn't an easy episode to line up. I mean, we're in a museum, right? You can't just let people come into the museum and start making TV anytime they want. There's all sorts of rules and regulations, so I had tonight booked so far ahead, and thank you for not letting it go to waste. Josh Palmer, welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. It's Christmas is upon us. You have noticed this beautiful tree. The snow is around, and the rebellion is in recording mode.
Yes.
Traditionally, it is winter comes, and we're back in PM recording, and we're just doing it. And yeah, we've got lots of interesting new songs. We've got a producer we may talk about in a little bit.
Sure.
And yeah, so.
This is fun. This is exactly what I was looking for. Because we've had the Rebellion on Stripped Down before, but we've never had a solo show.
Yeah.
With Josh Palmer. It's like, we've never really got to know you, even though you've been on the show.
And the funny thing was, like, this started as this solo show.
Yeah.
And no electrics welcome, and
You wanna start
along
with that
comes
story again?
J-Palm.
Yeah, the
And
first
ruins
15
it.
episodes we didn't plug in.
But
And
here I
along
am.
comes Josh Palmer back in, what was that, summer of 2008?
Yeah.
One of the last shows we did.
Totally.
Said, no, let me plug in, I can handle it. So the Rebellion plugged in and changed the scope.
Yes.
Changed poor little Stripped Down. It wasn't Stripped Down anymore.
No. But I'm back in the true stripped down fashion. Just me and acoustic and maybe a piano.
What are we going to hear tonight, Mr. Palmer?
We are going to hear a whole bunch of new songs, hence my music stand and lyrics. A lot of the songs are untested, just kind of singing in my bedroom, and yeah, you guys are one of the first audience to experience it.
So you got this crazy text and phone message from me last night at like 10. I'm giving
Yes.
you this pitch.
Yes.
The Western Development Museum in front of the Shaw Toy Tree, which again we'll talk about in a little bit.
I literally, it just, everything, my schedule opened up to be allowed to do this, and I love music. I just love coming to perform. It's what I do. It's what I will always do for the rest of my life, and I'm always privileged when I get a chance to do that. So, thank you.
So the venue, thoughts on this?
Beautiful, actually. This is great. I just watched Back to the Future 3 with a lady friend of mine, and of course the Back to the Future 3, for all you connoisseurs of Back to the Future, if you remember correctly, it's set in the Wild West, and this is kind of Wild West, and I'm loving this right now.
Before we get to more music, what's on Josh Palmer's Christmas list? 2009.
Always.
You seem like a man that has it all. I mean, what do you possibly ask for?
Possibly the car from Back to the Future.
The DeLorean?
Yes, but that's always on my list. Somehow it just never happens.
Maybe that lady friend of yours will pick it up.
If she knows me that well, she will.
Debuting new music tonight. This is awesome. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen you play off scribbled lyrics before. You're always like, you know, it's hammered out, it's perfected. We always get the like over and above polished Josh Palmer, front man of the Rebellion. So this is really cool. What was the first song we heard?
That was a song called Volcanic, and it had a very interesting development. This is a exclusive to you guys. I've never talked about this one. I became enamored with a show called Terminator, Sarah Connor Chronicles, and there was an episode where the character literally gave John Connor, the hero in the show, a heart-shaped switch, and she implanted a little bit of an explosive in her power source, which was conveniently in her heart. So literally gave him the key to this cyborg's heart, which I thought was really cute and geeky in my same style. So
Crashed together.
Crashed together, became a song, and their relationship was very volcanic in the story, so I thought that'd be a neat title to go through. I'm a geek.
No, it's cool. It's funny how that came up last time too, that you're a big Terminator fan. So where does the fan come from? Terminator 1, the never talked about movie from the 80s, the epic Terminator 2 from 1991,
Yeah.
Terminator
Obviously.
3, which no one talks about, and Terminator 4, the resurgence. What was it
Oh,
for?
obviously Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. One of the greatest movies ever made.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I know.
I'm reading Chuck Klosterman's new book, and he's got this
Really?
huge thing about how awesome T-1000 was, like
Yeah.
liquid metal. A lot of the young viewers out there are just like, really? Wasn't that? Didn't they just use CG? No, it was all different back then.
Interesting side note.
Yes.
That was the first use of CG in a major movie. There you go.
There it is.
Let's continue the interview.
Okay, let's go on. Let's jump to more music. Okay, so that's what
Absolutely.
Volcanic was about.
Yes.
It just ties to Terminator.
Yeah, somehow.
Cool. Who knew?
Who knew?
The next song.
Next song, what do I got here on these scribbled lyrics?
What's the coolest? So you say you're a geek. Do you collect any like collectibles? I know director Jay Neufeld just came back from Edmonton with a metal DeLorean.
Oh, Jay.
It's like came in its box.
You
so
you were holding the key to my heart wherever you are, buddy.
And you push buttons and it makes like the sounds of the DeLorean.
Really?
It's pretty intense. It's like one of those full metal, you know.
I actually, no word to lie, the DeLorean is my favorite car of all time because of that childhood movie. So I have a couple of DeLorean posters and an original DeLorean customer brochure.
Wow.
So
I've been in your studio. I haven't seen any Back to the Future or Terminator stuff hanging on the walls or around like you should have.
Yeah, I
have action figures all over the place.
I don't have any action figures yet.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm young. I got the rest of my life to collect this junk, right?
Sweet. Let's jump into more music, sir.
Here's a song called One Day.
One Day?
Yeah.
Take it away, Josh Palmer.
I'll get married to someone who is so right for me. Someone so energetic with a vibrant personality. Someone so beautiful yet so humble and so gracious. Someone with a passion, a zest for life that makes me wanna smile. I think that it's One day, have some children, teach them all to play guitar and sing. One day, buy a van and tour across this land with a family band. I think that it's you. I wish you were my perfect girl. Oh, I wish you were my perfect girl. Oh, I wish you were my perfect girl. I wish you were my perfect girl.
You're watching Strip Down from the Western Development Museum, or the WDM if you're a fan of acronyms. Josh Palmer in front of the gigantic Shaw toy tree. That song again was called, sir?
One Day.
Now, judging from the first song, was that one about maybe the Constructicons from the Transformers first generation? No?
No, that first song was definitely about that Terminator episode.
Was this one about the Constructicons?
Oh,
No?
this one? No.
Okay. I was just taking a stab.
I never got too much into the Transformers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I did have Optimus Prime, like every cool little kid, but well, G.I. Joes and Star Wars toys. Yeah, totally. Let's get that out of the way.
We want to see Josh Palmer. What was that song about then?
That was just about just being so enamored and really just kind of finding that perfect someone. And I just kind of wrote a hypothetical song about what that would be like.
it wasn't for your Back to the Future watching Lady Friend? Or are we just getting way too personal here in the WDM?
Well, you know, we
feeling
could
of
open
Christmas
up
here.
here. This is a tell-all interview. No, at the time, who knows, maybe I wrote it and then she appeared, but it was kind of like, I just kind of like, this is what I'm looking for in a nice lady, and out poofed a song. You
Nice.
know? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, we are at the Western Development Museum tonight, playing in front of the toy tree with Josh Palmer. And we have to take our first commercial break. We have lots more Christmassy stuff, Christmas talk,
Christmas talk,
and
yes.
lots more brand new music from Josh Palmer coming up right after this.
Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com.
You are watching Stripped Down on location tonight at the Western Development Museum. My good friend, my brother.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we're brothers after what transpired yesterday, where you came to the rescue. Again, I should probably give a shout out and really thank Jay Semko, because he was on board and he was heartbroken that he couldn't do the episode.
Tragic when there was some sort of was it like a cramp in his hands that he could.
It was some sort of, I don't know. He said it was just like
That's tragic,
He couldn't
man.
play guitar. He was really upset because again, we had been planning this episode at the Western Development Museum for months, literally months, getting everything worked out, allow us to come in and play, and then he had to bail within.
I wish him the best. I just couldn't imagine.
Speedy
not
recovery.
being- Yeah.
Jay Semko. Josh Palmer answers the phone, drops everything. Here we are tonight in front of the Shaw toy tree.
The Shaw toy tree is right. It is beautiful, man.
This was actually, again, I pat myself on the back all the time at Shaw, but this is something I actually should pat myself on the back. This is my inception. True story.
Really?
Yeah, I came up with this like 3 years ago. It's a place where you can bring brand new gifts for school kids, kindergarten to 8.
Nice.
Donate brand new gifts. Care and Share will find good homes for them for kids in the inner city schools.
Very cool.
Because a lot, especially now with the recession, a lot of kids, unfortunately, don't get Christmas presents. They just can't afford it. One of the most heartbreaking things, actually, I ever heard was when Santa goes to those schools, he's not actually allowed to ask these kids what they want for Christmas. Isn't that sad? Because they're, 95% probably not going to get it.
And they
That's
don't
sad.
wanna
Let's
add-
bring it back up.
Yeah.
That's the Shaw Toy Tree. Come bring a
Exactly.
gift. Deadline's the December 14th. So come make a inner city child's Christmas better on behalf of Josh and I and the Western Development Museum. Get us out of the sadness, Josh.
No doubt. Well, I wish I had a happier song to play, but I really don't.
You're playing new music tonight,
I'm playing new music.
which is awesome, again,
Yes.
because you dropped everything. You came out to the WDM. You set up. You're doing unrehearsed stuff, really. Like,
Yes.
everything is written down. Again, I can't wrap my mind around, because you're always just like, I could tell you're polished. You're ready to go. You've been practicing for weeks, and this is new.
This is all new, and a lot of this stuff, like there's 3 songs tonight that I've never performed in public. And but I was just like, you know what? Let's just let it flow. That's the best way for a song to grow. And just kind of test some stuff out. It'll show you what how geeky Josh Palmer really is, and we're just gonna have some fun.
All right. Let's get to another song, sir.
Right on. There's a song called "The Fall Song." love. In my life, if I had to start again, I'd do anything so differently. Maybe a few things I would change, but life's so wonderful. I feel the changing winds blows. The trees are so colorful. Before the death and rebirth, though. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. This fall song in the springtime of our love. All things die before they start. When my life, there are things I would have done so differently. Like look out and stare into space to see all of our stars. Gazing, staring in relief as they fell to the ground. Call your name on the phone as I travel the world around. Shout your name from mountaintops, just see how lovely the sound was. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. A fall song in the springtime of our love. Shout your name from mountaintops to see how lovely the sound was.
Josh Palmer with a sad song to match my sad story I told right before it.
How you guys doing out there in Shawland? Are you depressed? Nice.
There, we got a cheer.
We got some cheers. We're good. We're good.
Let's move past this. Christmas. Are you excited? Christmas spirit yet? Here we are, mid-December.
I know. I love the spirit of Christmas because it brings family and friends together. I really, really appreciate that because, you know, everybody's so busy all the time, right? You know, you got your job, you go 9 to 5, you know, you don't see your friends, you don't see your family. Like I have people that haven't seen their siblings in a year, you know, and
Josh Palmer doesn't work 9 to 5. You work like
I work.
You work like 9 to 2. You put in long days, my friend. I know that.
Exactly. 9 to 2 a.m. Yeah.
First time I really saw you perform, not on television, not on Canadian Idol, was Christmas.
Really?
I think. Well, I had just started on A&E.
Yeah.
I had moved from sports to Shaw A&E on Shaw TV.
Yeah.
And I interviewed you probably like November, December, and I was all nervous because it's like this guy from TV.
Oh God.
This guy was on, the guy that changed Canadian Idol by bringing his instrument out and playing it. This guy right here. And yeah, we did a quick interview, and then you invited me to your shows in between Christmas and New Year's at Lydia's.
Right,
And that was the first time I ever really. I was so excited when you busted out the piano. Didn't know you played piano. I'm a big fan of the instrument.
Oh, thanks, man.
And you were playing. Were you guys even the Rebellion yet? I think you were playing with Christian.
It was. We were still. We were still under my name. It was still Josh Palmer. Christian was still a couple of months away from joining, but it was still Sylvie and myself, and John Henderson and Andrew Dixon and Nicole Schmid was playing on cello. So it was a big version of the Josh Palmer solo band that became the Rebellion. And
I mentioned before that we've had the Rebellion on Strip Down, but we've never really got to know you. And I think the problem with that is because you have such cool people in the band with you. I mean, Every
Yeah.
person has such an amazing story. Not that your story isn't amazing by itself, but like
no.
Christian came from like a war-torn country.
Yes, Congo. Incredible story with Christian, and he came to Canada when he was 10. Congo became incredibly unstable, and Silvio had a very similar background with his family coming over from a communist country, and yeah, just incredible backgrounds.
And then you got Ryland, who's just some dude.
Just some dude
Yeah.
who likes to party.
Nice. But you yourself, again, I'm sure
Yeah.
you haven't talked about it in years, but
Yeah.
you were on Canadian Idol.
I was
That's
on
where people
Canadian
kind of
Idol.
first heard of you.
I almost did not go on Canadian Idol. I don't know if I've ever said that. My mentors, Paul Tobin and Doug Scarrow, who both are working with me at HEL Music at the time, literally gave me heck and shook me by the head and said, "Why aren't you at that audition right now?" And it was literally the last day of the whole thing, and I was like, you know what? Why should I be there? And they're like, you know, if we had that when we were your age, an opportunity to go on a show and do your absolute best and, you know, get a chance for the country to see what you do, I took it in seconds. So
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I never looked at it that way ever. And so I bolted it down and was the last person through the audition door in Saskatchewan, and yeah.
And again, tell the story. You were the first person to bring an instrument out.
Yes,
you brought your guitar.
I changed the course of the history. There was a big controversy about it at the time. I was like, oh my God, is that cheating? It was cool. Don't get me wrong. The cheating word was kind of came around, but it was incredible because the next season they lifted the kind of the gray area and decided, you know what? It should be you come on there, you play an instrument, showcase it, because that's what people like to see. So I was happy that I had a hand in changing the course of the show, because it became very interesting at that point.
That was like the third season?
That was the third
season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many seasons it went, but it's not on the air anymore.
No,
but,
yeah,
I
it's on
mean,
hiatus,
some
yeah.
artists really struggle. They're worried they're going to be pegged as like, you know, the karaoke singer kind of thing. So was that part of your, were you ever worried about that? Or were you
Oh,
just like, I'm just
gosh.
going to go?
Well, I tried.
Because I mean, no one even mentions
Yeah.
that anymore when they talk about Josh
No.
Palmer. It hasn't, like, seriously, it probably hasn't come up. I haven't heard anybody mention you
Yeah.
in the same sentence as that show in probably 3 years.
Well, that's cool, you know, and it has been 3 or 4 years now, and I'm just happy that it was a great milestone in my musical journey, and I've just been very fortunate to be continuing on, and yeah, I always look at Idol with some fond memories and some great experiences, and with the Rebellion is just the encapsulation of what I've always wanted to accomplish with my music. So.
And that would be?
Yeah, so
see
many
what I did
words,
there?
eh? That would be an absolute no walls between the listener and the singer. That you're getting the sensation of all the emotional spectrum: love, fun, hurt, torn, everything, and just the experience of connecting with everybody in the audience and through my music is something I've just always felt I was blessed to be able to accomplish, and I seem to be able to make a living by doing that. So I humbly thank you for helping me.
I'm going to hit you with another tough question. But
All
I think
right.
we should play a song
Yeah.
first. I want to hit you with back-to-back tough questions.
all
Because the
right.
next one's going to make you think too, I think.
Okay.
So next song. Back on the piano, I'm guessing.
Yeah. This song, I'm looking at the lyrics of this song, and I'm like, we're not going to do this one I thought I was going to do. We're going to do one that was off of Time that rarely gets played, and I think it's a great song.
Okay.
It's called After the Rain.
After the Rain?
After the Rain. All right.
I would never be the one to hurt your heart. I would never be the one to cut your scars. I would never pull the wrong girl from my love. Cross my heart, cross my heart. So don't be afraid, and don't run away. Tomorrow's another day, yeah. The sun shines after it rains, yeah. The sun shines after it rains, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I will always be the one who's in love. I will always believe that our love is enough. I will find them in the hearts, in the hearts, in the hearts. So don't be afraid, and don't run away. Tomorrow's another day, yeah. The sun shines after it rains, 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 yeah.
You're watching Strip Down from the Western Development Museum. In honor of Christmas, we've brought Josh Palmer out, set him up in front of the giant Shaw toy tree. Having fun tonight? Does this get you in the Christmas spirit?
It totally does. I literally, like too many people, I must say, have not been to the Western Development Museum in such a long time.
All the volunteers came tonight, the Strip Down crew, and every single one of them said, wow, I haven't been here since I was 9.
Yeah, I know.
Miscarriage of justice.
Total.
Miscarriage of justice. Okay.
I'm gonna hang out here all the time.
Before we go to our second commercial break, I'm going to hit you with my other tough question.
Yeah,
okay.
totally.
This is something our audio engineer, Colton Wall, actually, not recently, but about a year ago, opened up my mind to. I just assumed every singer-songwriter dreams of getting signed to a big label and going to like LA and doing it. I just kind of, I don't know why, that was just kind of what I thought. And he was like, no, you look around, look at the local scene. You know, there are bands that are trying to, you know, get to the big city and make it to the next step. You know, you look at bands like One Bad Son who've been talking about planning on going to Vancouver for a while now. And he's like, but then there's people like Schuyler Jansen, whose family's here. They're happy just touring the prairies, making enough money to do what they love to do. And then there's the wild card bands like Deep Dark Woods, who I don't know where they stand, you know? They've talked about moving, but they kind of like touring the prairies. Then there's bands like Doll Talk and Ransom who just want to break stuff. You know?
Sweet.
They have got their own bizarre agenda. Where does the rebellion fit in all that? Because you're pretty stationed in Saskatoon.
It's
But yet you're unbelievably talented that, I'm not just saying this because you're here, but I know you guys could pick up and go to Vancouver and make a go of it.
This is a tough question. It's, because yes, it's, the toss-up is always, do you move to a bigger center to take advantage of what bigger centers offer? The fact with the Rebellion, we tour a good part of the year, and we tour out of Saskatoon. And Saskatoon's always been a great home base. But it's, for me, it's always been what is the most affluent way of making our passions become reality in a way that we can just afford what the next person has, like a nice house, you know, just just have a nice life doing what we love to do. And you know, it's absolutely, we've discussed the point of going maybe down to LA, maybe Vancouver, maybe New York, maybe London. We have no idea. We're just putting it out there and seeing what sticks at this point. Okay. And with this record, there's lots of people that are very interested with what's going on, and we're really surprised at the interest that's been happening. And you know, we've had been approached by people in London and Austin, Texas, and LA that really like the music and want to help us out. And it's just like, who knows where we'll be? Who knows where Curtis Anderson will be next year? You know, he could be in
hopefully doing something like this again.
Yeah. And maybe just like, maybe you're in LA, maybe you get a big job with some sort of touring company, and you just like, and you take it, you know.
Maybe some big exec will see this episode and just be like, hire them both.
HBO, here we come.
Yeah, you and I will take a live HBO show on the road. We'll do this. Exactly. We'll set up in different museums all over the world.
The traveling museum.
And have the same interview every night. Yeah. We've probably got a discography long enough to actually do that for a good couple months.
Oh, we could stretch it out.
Yeah.
Just kind of fill in the blanks, maybe exaggerate a little things. But
yeah.
Like,
the intro to Dr. Don't is now 26 minutes instead of about 60 seconds.
That's right. And we'll actually go through the whole synopsis of Terminator 2.
Yes.
For like 20 minutes.
I really enjoyed the part where they used You Could Be Mine from Use Your Illusions 2 by Guns N' Roses.
True that.
We're getting way off. Okay, let's go to our second commercial break. You are watching Strip Down. Josh Palmer here in the Western Development Museum. We got lots more Strip Down. Christmassy Strip Down.
Yeah.
Coming up right after this.
Escape sports gear and equipment for longboarding, freeline skating, kiteboarding, unicycling, extra cycling, dirt surfing, and mountain boarding. For more information on sales and rentals, www.escapesports.ca.
You are watching Strip Down on location from the Western Development Museum. My good pal, Josh Palmer. Piano's gone. Yep. The guitar's back. I feel like we should talk Christmas.
Let's do it.
It's an average Christmas for Josh Palmer. I bet it changes all the time.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, I have a few different families. I have close friends who are considered my family. So the greatest thing is like go around and we have like lots of Christmas parties and get together with this group of friends and those family members, and it's just like party after party and so much food that I could sleep for a month, you know. It's so good.
Plans for 2 weeks from now?
2 weeks from now, just sticking around.
Yep.
Yeah. I got all my friends and family here, so just gonna do that. Just party. Lots of Christmas parties, lots of cake and ice cream and turkey.
All the families here though?
Yeah, all families here. All
cool.
the immediate, mom, dad, sister, everybody's here. So
I imagine there's probably some music involved at some point.
Some point.
That must just be awesome, like the Palmer house around like 11, 12 on Christmas after the meal's been had, some alcohol's been drank.
It's been a while since we had a good Palmer family jam, and you would think it would happen more with, you know, because my dad plays organ, my sister plays bass, and I play guitar.
You play everything?
I play everything.
Yeah.
But normally at my dad's place, there's not a lot of instruments to jam on, so.
What's the oddest cover you as a family have ever jammed out? Or take me back.
We used to do a cover of Tell Me Something Good by Shaka Khan.
Not bad.
Not bad. We never had really odd ones. I stayed away from the odd ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we used to do some Cream, some Eric Clapton, Stevie Wonder, lots of kind of soul, blues, R&B stuff.
This is awesome. I'm having a good time tonight. I purposely went clipboardless.
Cool.
Didn't want any pre-arranged questions because they were all for Jay Semko anyway. So, you know, I wasn't going to ask you about the Northern Pike. So for the millionth time, thanks for dropping everything and coming on when Jay Semko fell ill.
It's my pleasure.
Amazing musician. Never had the opportunity to have you solo on Strip Down. So, you know, maybe it was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Not his hand condition. That's definitely not a blessing in disguise. But the opportunity to showcase Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
Here in the Western Development Museum.
Well, I'm just happy that I was available because I do enjoy every time I get to perform and connect with people. So
especially with Strip Down, you have hands in Strip Down like all the time. You've done audio for us in the past.
Yeah.
Done audio for your pals, Jen, Lane, and Smoke Killer.
And Jiminy.
Jiminy, you've been on the show with The Rebellion.
Yeah.
thank you for your ongoing support.
Oh, of course.
get
Well,
to
thank you.
another
No,
song.
yeah, let's do it. Thank you for having something that showcases local Saskatchewan talent, because that's been you filled that need, that niche that's been crying for a long time. So thank you, Carter.
This is our 65th episode, I believe. 65th
Wow,
episode.
man.
That's 65 weeks. I've
Holy.
located an artist, found out what they need, went to Mother's Music, which is one of our sponsors, picked it up,
Yep.
went to Ultimo Yuramoto, got an outfit. Jay and I and Sal set up the studio. We've done it 65 weeks. 66 if you count the one that didn't air.
That's over. Yeah, exactly. That's over a year.
Oh, that's
of
a
straight.
lot straight, yeah.
Like-
we did 34 episodes last season. We're trying to break that record this season.
Nice. You can do it, man. You can do it.
We can do it.
I got faith.
We
in
almost
you.
had to break the chain. There's a thing of pride of never canceling an episode. There was like
Yeah.
a month ago where it was a similar situation. We had a last minute cancellation. I just wouldn't give up. I was relentless. And we got Mark Caesar to drop everything and come on.
Sweet.
And we had like no staff that night.
Oh,
so
really?
it's never boring on Strip Down. You never know
That's
what you're going to
awesome.
get. Even when we try to plan, there's always something. It's just kind of in the air, Strip Down.
Life is so exciting, hey? You step out the door, you never know who you're going to bump into, what you're going to do that day. Just love it.
But Strip Down is about music.
Absolutely.
Let's get to more
Let's
music.
play
You
some
bailed on the
music, yeah.
last one. You had another original and you were almost going to play it on piano, and then you thought, no.
Yeah.
This one looks very original. Again, that's handwritten.
This
That
one
hasn't
is
even
original.
passed through
This
a
is-
keyboard.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an acoustic version of a song that I've been playing on keyboard. This is a new song, so I'm a little bit more familiar with. But I'm going to leave the one after this. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but it is one that's spanking new, like
Okay.
3 days old. So
Nice.
here's a song called Spell.
Every time you touch my hand, my heart's a pounding. You draw me closer with every glance. Your eyes are spellbounding. It goes on because you got a spell on me. Everywhere I go to, I see the world, so I feel my mind. Step outside, you're in the light. Love goes on tonight. Knees fall from underneath when she walks right by me. My whole body seems to tingle. She whispers so gently, it goes on because you got a spell on me. Everywhere I go to, I see what's so I feel my mind. Step outside, you're in the light. Love goes on tonight. Oh, 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 oh,
Nice ending. Josh Palmer, Western Development Museum.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Piano song turned into a guitar song. Sometimes. This is also kind of like looking forward. It's also ironic because at the beginning of this week,
Yes.
I had this idea that in 2010, Strip Down should do 1 month of just like solo lead singers.
Whoa.
You know, like I'd get Shane from One Bad Son, and
Yeah.
Josh Palmer from the Rebellion.
Maybe I'm
and
starting
like,
that
and
trend,
like
eh?
Mitch
Yeah.
from Volcanoes in Canada.
Totally,
and just
yeah.
have 4 weeks in a row of just the lead singer.
Cool.
And then it happened that I just had to bump it up to this. So maybe we won't do the show with you again in April when I was planning. But
Yeah, exactly, hey?
again, you having a good time?
Oh man, I'm having a great time. Like I said, like any opportunity that I can come down here and play some songs and connect, as I'm very humbled by it. So thank you so much.
As you were playing, I was recapping our last conversation about how you've done audio for us, and you've been on Stripped Down with the Rebellion. But like it goes way deeper than that. If there was one guy in band that has really like affected Stripped Down, it would definitely be you. And again, I'm not just saying that because you're
Thanks,
sitting
man.
here. Like your songs are incredible. They resonate with our crew. We were passing around the raw audio files that you burnt for us last time. So we're listening to it in the car, and there's 30 seconds of talking, muffled talking, and then the song. But it's like, we want to hear these songs.
Well, that's awful nice of you, man.
So you've left your footprints all over Stripped Down. You said you had a story you wanted to tell. Was it about that song or the next song?
Oh, it's actually about the next song here. Yeah. Are we talking after this song?
Or
are we
talk before or after?
talk before?
We got
Let's-
one more commercial break, so
Oh, we do. Hey. Well,
show's in your hands, my friend.
let's talk about this song right now. This is this song, like I was kind of hinting before, is pretty new. This is literally 3 days old. I pieced it together from an idea that started in the summer that didn't come to fruition until this past weekend. And literally, I had a verse, and that was it. And I was like, oh, I really love this verse. I love where this is going. And just hanging around. And some inspiring people, and life just kind of intervened and was like, here's the chorus, here you go, 30 seconds later you got it. And sometimes that happens. So for you fine folks is a brand new song.
Has the band heard it?
No, they have not.
So they
I
can tune
told
into
them
Stripped Down?
they will tune into Stripped Down and hear it for the first time. I told Sylvia about the song, and I was really happy about it, and I haven't had a chance to show it to him yet. So
Here it is.
yeah, it's called
Turn up the TV, Sylvia.
exactly.
Here's what you'll be learning soon.
It's a song called True Love Waits.
Burn, I have been burned by rushing into things. Just take a time and you will find that it is worth all this weight. Torn, my heart's been torn out of my chest in mid-beat, but left on the ground to bleed with you. It seems it's repairing quickly. There is one thing that I found. True love waits. Yes, true love waits for the right day. Oh, touch, I need your touch more than the lust you will see. I'm not a cold lover, I'm a warm hugger with a heart as big as the seas. Your heart, I need your heart more than the spark that I seek. Like a guide in a tunnel of a tunnel, listen to your love shining on me. But there is one thing that I found. True love waits. Oh, yes, true love waits. Yeah, true love waits. Oh, yeah, true love waits for the right day. 'Cause crushed, I have been crushed by the emptiest of weights, but left out in the cold by lovers who would strike and discover that this heart actually beats.
brand new 3-day-old song from Josh Palmer. See, now you'll have a story to tell whenever you play that song. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first time I played this, I was on Stripped Down in front of a 12-foot pre-lit tree at the Western Development Museum, and everyone would be like, ah, what a great story.
Totally, man.
Any more words on that?
On that song, no, it was just what it was.
Okay.
Listen to the lyrics, you'll figure it out.
We're burning through time, so we should take our last commercial break again.
Yeah.
You're watching Stripped Down from the Western Development Museum in front of the Shaw Toy Tree again. Donate your toys before December 14th. Help change an inner city child's Christmas for the better. We got lots more Stripped Down coming up right after this. That's a big treat.
Ultimo Uramoda Men's Clothing Store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Western Development Museum, Josh Palmer.
This summer love's got the best of us, could destroy us all. So much passion and fire, our sparks ignite to burn this soul like them. Someone could get burned, but it's a lesson learned. We don't care at all. Scorching heats, bringing us to our knees. It's out of control. Oh, there's something in the mood tonight. Our love is out of control. There's something in the way we love our lips that says it all. Our sparks ignite as you hold me tight, never letting go. Gaze upon your eyes until the morning light, leaving it all behind. Set this floor on fire, dance to the morning light. We'd sit all night. Ooh, yeah. All these fever nights in the full moonlight, eating our lust fast. Ooh, yeah, there's something in the mood tonight. Our love is out of control. There's something in the way we love our lips that says it all. There's something in the mood tonight. Our love is out of control. There's something in the way we love our lips are on this dance floor. Oh, 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 the dance floor. Oh, 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 it says it all.
We are wrapping up with Josh Palmer here from the Western Development Museum, playing a Christmas show in front of the giant 12-foot pre-lit Shaw Toy Tree. Did you have fun tonight?
I had a great time, Curtis. Thanks again for thinking of me. And
We got a
getting me
little
down
bit
here.
more to talk about. We may go over in time. I don't care. We got the head of Shaw TV on the line right now, and he's giving us a thumbs up. We can go over the 60 minutes because this is such an incredible night. I asked you before what was on Josh Palmer's Christmas list in 2009. Clearly not a producer. You've already got that. That's a big story.
We are talking with, we are kind of blown away. It's a producer named Jeff Dawson, who is a very, very talented guy. He's been doing a lot of cool up-and-coming stuff out of Vancouver. Daniel Powder, that song, Had a Bad Day.
Yep. I like your cover of it better, but
Yeah, exactly. So that was his baby. He also did some like super radio stuff, like State of Shock. He produced that album. That was everywhere. And artistically, he just did the new Marcy Playground album. And he kind of sort of knocked on our door through somehow, and it was like, I like you guys, and we want to work together. And we're like, oh, okay, all right.
well, yeah, we'll clear something up.
Yeah, we can make this happen. So hopefully it makes this happen, and I'm not like making myself look like a jerk over here. And I was like, oh, Josh said you're working with Jeff Dawson, and then it doesn't happen or something like that. But fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. We're going into the studio like pretty much in 3 weeks, so to have the new album.
So the next little while, Future of the Rebellion, that's what you got on the table?
Yeah, we got a few shows. Lydia's December 5th. By the time this airs, obviously that'll be gone. But we're also doing a hometown show in Prince Albert.
Hometown show?
Christian, that's his hometown where he grew up when he came to Canada. And that'll be nice. And a few scattered parties over the Christmas holidays. And other than that, just recording, locking ourselves in the studio. Going to make some gold records, as they say, hopefully. And maybe with a little bit more cowbell.
Absolutely.
For the Christopher Walken fans there.
Well, I think we pretty much we've got to wrap this up. So address the fans, the Josh Palmer, the Rebellion fans out there in Shaw TV land. Wish them a Merry Christmas. Thank them for the support. Take it away.
Absolutely. On behalf of the Rebellion, thank you so much. Have a wonderful 2009, a Merry Christmas, and a happy 2010. Wish you the best.
I've got a lot of thanking to you. Obviously, the sponsors, Ultimo Yuramoto.
Yes,
Mother's
absolutely.
Music.
Yes.
Big thanks to Tom and Kevin from the Western Development Museum again. You can't just come into a museum and set up after hours. It's like pretty much illegal, so people have to be around. They were so good to stay late, give us the night. Kevin was great helping us move stuff around.
The funny thing about the museum is it's like, normally you're not supposed to make noises in museums.
Yes.
That's the ironic thing, so,
It's been a pretty cool night. It's the Christmas feel. This is actually the Festival of Trees in the Western Development Museum, is where I went on my very first date with my wife.
No way.
That's a true story.
Wow.
It's kind of been a little love fest tonight. And again, to tell the story for a third time, we've had this planned with Jay Semko for 2 months. He fell ill less than 48 hours ago. I was on the phone for 12 hours trying to find somebody in Saskatoon who would drop everything. And it's something I don't think about either, because, what I do for a living, I can, go talk to this guy about the wheel of that car, and I'm right there, I make it up as I go along. But musicians, you want to practice. It's asking a lot for someone to drop everything and put together a 1-hour solo show in less than 24 hours.
And what's even more ironic is that you talk about practicing, and like 5 of these songs I've like barely played, so that hence this stuff. So I just wanted to
Josh
change
Palmer,
it up, give you guys something new.
Brave guy, pushing himself. So again, thank you so much for dropping everything.
Oh, man,
I didn't have a whole lot of time,
it's great.
but I didn't clear this with the stripped down people or not, but
Okay.
I kind of dug up the time capsule to give you this. Okay, so there's no longer one buried under my house that will open it up.
Wow. Okay, what we got going on
You're the
here?
only person outside of crew
No way.
that has one of these.
Oh, card and.
Don't open the card.
Okay,
I think
we'll
it's
open the
empty,
card in a little. The card's for show.
Forgot the card.
Oh,
Get people
no.
to sign it.
Oh, wow.
There it is. And if
Ladies
you look
and
on the
gentlemen.
back,
Nice. Here we go. Front, then the
we
back.
made this after the first season, or season 0.5,
Oh,
which is only
wow.
16 episodes. Bam!
Bam, the Rebellion made it to the
June
bottom
26,
there.
2008.
Holy. That was a great time, actually.
On behalf of the crew, on behalf of my sanity, thanks for dropping everything and making this episode happen.
On behalf of my sanity, thank you for letting me just come on and play my songs and vent and get some musical therapy, man.
It was awesome. I think
Appreciate
we're
it.
already over. Any last words? Anything else you want to say?
Peace and love. Happy New Year. Take care.
See you again next week, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Palmer, play us out. I'll take your shirt.
All right.
I wish it was here. wish you were my perfect girl. I wish you were my perfect girl. Yeah, I wish you were my perfect girl. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best.
And a contributor to climate change.
So next time you're thinking about throwing something in the garbage, think again. That material could actually help the environment instead of harm it. For Shaw TV, I'm Lisa Wolanski.
If you don't wear your life jacket or PFD, how will it save your life?
On July 1st, 1980, it became our national anthem, 100 years after the original version was first sung. But for the last 28 years, Canadians have been standing tall and singing proud French, English, and Inuktitut versions of O Canada.
It would not be the start of the day without O Canada. It's a good way to start the day. It makes the children think about why they're here and why they should be proud to live in Canada.
I think it's a great thing. It helps you remember our country.
I think it's pretty wonderful, actually. I just don't know how to start the day without saying it. It makes me feel happy that I live in Canada.
Sung at hockey games, Remembrance Day ceremonies, and routinely before or after morning announcements at schools